Hello and welcome to Lightwaves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us with the ThruNite, the Black Scout Survival V6. This is a tactical everyday carry 18650 high output flashlight. You can find it selling on Amazon for $49.99 retail, and right now it has a coupon 20% off it to making this video, bringing the price down to $39.99. Not bad for what this is. The V5 and the V4 outgoing generations, they're around 65 to 70 bucks. So yeah, change it up a bit. ThruNite guiding you through the night. Their basic brown box. They got the illustration there. Give you an idea. They did change the grip, which will show you the V5 along with the V6, so you can see the differences. Okay, took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. So we get the star of the show. There you go, the V6. Looks pretty much like a V5, but again, we'll show you the differences. They give us a holster, carry it in, ThruNite branded, Velcro, loop, hook point here. Nice, it's good to have, especially when you have a tail switch activated flashlight. Next we have a charging cable, which is standard, it's a USB-C. And then we have a bag of goodies. We have a lanyard, looks like charge port jacket, a rubber switch grommet there, goes underneath the side switch, and some O-rings. Nice. And then we got the instructions in multiple languages, but we'll go to English. Quick look at it. Illustration, cool. Alright, contact information for you guys. Got a quick blurb on top of there. The BSS version 6 rechargeable LED flashlight adopts high-performance LED to make an output of up to 2,000 lumens and a max beam distance of 259 meters. Yeah, I know how to read. I was taught in school. Anyway, technical parameters. Yeah, I'll go over all that there. It's pretty basic stuff. Going down, you got turbo, high, medium, low, firefly, strobe. So your standard step mode flashlight. Cool. Power capacity indicator. I do like that the switch has a red-blue LED telling you the status of your battery, though I wish red would probably kick in around 30% versus 20%, because yeah, it dies pretty quick from 3.2 volts down. So you can see how it goes from 100 to 20 in blue, and then from 20 to 11 in red, then it starts flashing. Then you know you're in trouble. Operations very simple. Tail light, tail to activate the light. It's momentary, which is nice as well. And change modes with the side switch. It reminds me of the ThruNite TN12. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. The TN12, I'm not sure if it's in production, but it had a similar setup as far as the way the modes are handled and the tail it works. Okay, that's it for that. Let's get to the flashlight. Alright, all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so the flashlight dimensions. Let's bring it on down. Get up close and personal. Alright. So a length with the bezel attached is 5 3/4 inches, and without it is 5 3/8 inches. So this unthreads, if you want to know. I'll probably unthread it for the video. We have a head diameter here of 1 inch or 25 millimeters, and a tail diameter of 15/16 of an inch or 24 millimeters. I probably should give you the length too in millimeters. 146 millimeters in length, and then without the bezel is 136. Not bad. So let's do a little size comparison. I always like this part. So we'll bring these on up and compare it to other flashlights. So what do we got handy laying on the bench? I always have something. Gotta get that whole bezel in there. There we go. Okay, so I got a ThruNite Saber. I like this one in my pocket. Everyday carry, AA powered or 14500 powered. It's a nice little flashlight for the money. You can get it in orange, I think green, black, a lot of colors. So there's your AA powered flashlight. We got a, let's see, 18650 flat top. There we go. So you can see it's 18650. Then I have a 21700 flat top. Again, just for size comparison. And then I have a standard like ThruNite TC15 version 3. You guys have seen this one quite a bit. Always on my bench. That's a non-tactical style. It's just got a flat base. Everything's done with the side switch. But it does have a high output of, I think, 2400 lumens. So there you are. Cool. All right. So let's start talking about the features of the V6 and kind of what compares to the V5. So here's the V5 real quick. Just bring them out side by side. So the old one on my right, new one on my left. Grip changed right away. Length, the length of the V5 is a little longer, by a few millimeters longer. It's hard to show that, but I'm sorry, the new model, the V6 is longer. You can see it's by a millimeter or so longer. So it's a little shorter, the old model going out. And others, pretty much just got the same side switch. Charge positions on the side here versus the back of the V5. See how they did that? And they use the same clip, and the tail's pretty much the same, though the V5 does tail stand better than the V6. You can see they got a little bit more material on the ends there. Okay, so that's enough comparing for the moment. Let's talk about the V6. Bring it back on down. Core features real quick. So yeah, this has got a removable 5-point strike bezel. This is nice to have. I like the different options you can get, but yeah, threaded. We'll take that off for now so we can see what's going on. You can see we got a toughened glass lens with some coatings, anti-reflective coatings, that purple hue to it. We got a smooth reflector, and down in there, our LED is a luminous SST40 in cool white. Probably around 6,000 to 6,500 K color temperature. So CIRI around 70. Got the BSS logo, nice. Our side switch only works when the flashlight is on with the tail. Now on the V5, the switch works without the tail being activated. So then you have electronic lockout for that switch. So it's a little different operation versus this one. They kind of simplified the V6 as far as operation goes. I kind of like that. So there's that. The V6 also, our aluminum body is your typical 6061 aircraft grade aluminum alloy with a Type 3 hard anodized finish. Yeah! ThruNite BSS version 6. Again, the hat belt clip. The grip is really aggressive. So if you're wearing gloved hands or you want a nice grip or purchase on the flashlight, you want this one. This is amazing. The outgoing one has a very shallow style ridge, very smooth. It's more comfortable to hold barehanded, but if you're gloved, I think you still get a good grip on that. You just get a better grip with this one. They definitely up their game with their knurling. Very nice. Okay, tail, you can see it's got a little different knurling pattern. Easier to grab onto to get it open. Guarded, lanyard hook points. There's our tail switch, so you got momentary. Now, the nice thing about this one here is you set the different modes you want, and it remembers that last mode used, and you can have momentary low, you can have momentary medium, momentary high, you get the idea. You can have momentary firefly, which is kind of weird, but, and then of course momentary turbo, but you have to set it first. So that's one thing you got to remember. In a tactical situation, you might want the V5 because you don't want to forget you hit it on low and also you need turbo right away. Here, this thing's always on turbo on the tail, so there is no way of setting that tail. So this is not friendly when you're camping or running around the house with. This is good if you're a patrolman, a law enforcement, first responder. You probably want this one. But if you're an all-arounder like most people, you probably want this one. Just because you can set that tail to whatever mode you want. This one here, it's always turbo. This one here is whatever you decide. There you go. I like to show that to you guys. And then the battery, they upgraded it from a 3100 in the old model to a 3400. And this is just a protected button top. Nothing fancy. Just a simple ThruNite battery here. There you go. Again, there's no USB charging jack on it or anything like that. It's just straight up battery. But it is a protected button top, which is nice. So it is longer than your standard battery. There you can see you got a wall thickness there. Nice build. I love that. I love seeing that construction. Just sign of quality. It's going to last. All right. So we'll go ahead there. There we go. Cool. So let's go show the modes and how it works. So yeah, pretty much you got your momentary. Don't have to click it. That's nice. Or you click it on. You kind of have to click it on to set the mode. Set the modes by just tapping the side switch here, which you can see you got your LED status there. It says blue, meaning it's good, remember? When it's charging, it's red. And of course it goes to blue when it's done charging. So you got your different modes here. All available right off the bat. So you got Firefly, which is this really low mode, which is awesome. I actually got a picture of that in the garage. You get to see that in a moment. And it goes all the way up to turbo. Here's low, medium, high, and turbo. 2000 lumens, rocking it. Now if you want strobe, you press and hold the side switch while the flashlight's clicked on. So press and hold, strobe, and it's just, I believe, one intensity. Yeah, it's not changing, just straight up strobe. And then click once to turn it back to your normal lighting setting. There you go, which we're on Firefly at the moment. Nice. So we'll go ahead and we'll just turn it off by doing tail. Gotta click it, get my color back. There you go. So yeah, it's that simple. That's the only function of the side switch, is to set the mode memory for the tail switch while you have that on. And of course, you can access strobe by Momentary, but it's a little harder. You get the two-hand operation. I don't think you'll ever do it this way. But you can press Momentary and then press and hold the mode switch. And you can access your strobe that way without clicking the flashlight on. But I don't know if you want to do it that way or not. That's up to you. But yeah, so it's IPX8 Waterproof, which is fantastic. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the charge port. So yeah, the side here, your charge port, pretty basic. USB-C, I mentioned that changes. Also, I want to mention that when you're charging this flashlight, you don't get any mode. That's unfortunate. When you're charging the V5, you get low and Firefly modes. Though I don't know how useful that is for a flashlight like this. You let me know, guys, what you think about that. But this one here, yeah, you get no modes available while charging. And it charges around 1.5 amps. It might go up to 2 amps. I didn't have a dead battery, so I noticed about 1.5 amps input with the battery that was in there when I started charging. So again, pretty simple. One of these fiddly jackets, but at least they give you an extra one, which I'm happy. Thank you, ThruNite, for doing that. Always good to see that in the package, but you got to kind of press this in from an angle to try to get that flush sitting. It's a little bit of working it back and forth just so you get your waterproofness. That's what you want. It's as good as I'm going to get it right now on camera. But yeah, you try to get that this as flush as possible. I think I got it. There we go. That's what you want. That's always fun. So yeah, let's go ahead and head to the garage where I took pictures of this flashlight in action. I went outside, headed on turbo. You can see kind of how its reach is and the way the spot and spill is. And then we'll come back and do a desktop demo and do final thoughts on this flashlight. So heading to the garage, here I am 15 feet away from the garage door. The light's on turbo. This is 2000 lumens. Expect a runtime of 1 minute before it throttles down to 680 lumens. It runs the remainder of that battery out in 155 minutes. When it's on turbo, the throw is 259 meters. Now the flashlight is on high. This is 606 lumens. Expect a runtime of 3.5 hours. Now a usable mode medium. They dropped it down to 125 lumens. Expect a runtime of 13.5 hours. 125 lumens is a great walking light, a great around the house light, the best step illumination you'll probably use the most. Now we're on low. This is 25 lumens. Expect a runtime of 45 hours. If you want to get a lot done in a situation where you have to preserve your battery, low is a good mode to be using most of the time. Now if you can make this picture out, this is Firefly. This is a half lumen. Expect a total runtime of 41 days. Sounds pretty awesome, but when you compare it to the V5 has 0.3 of a lumen for 50 days. So kind of goes back or forth there, depending on what you want. Now I'm going to head outdoors, watch a little video of me doing distances on turbo from 30 feet up to 100 meters. So let's go check that out. Okay, I'm outside with a ThruNite BSS version 6, going to 2000 lumens with a throw of 259 meters. Archway is 30 feet, tree behind it, it's 50 feet, tree to the left there is 40 feet, and going down range, it's a tree between both there at 100 feet. Trying to light that up there, you can kind of see the edge right on the middle there. And then going down range further, there is a gazebo with some metal legs and some pine trees down there. I can see a naked eye, but the camera may not be picking it up. It's right in that area. I'm doing momentary turbo, my hand just slipped. And then down the street there, can't see my stop sign, might be blocked. Okay, we'll bring this back down. Definitely a more defined spot on here. and the spill is pretty generous. Okay, saw the outside demo there, pretty cool. I set them up here. We have on the right hand side the new one, the BSS version 6, and the old one, V5, on my left. So new one on my right, old one on my left. I put them on low, so the version 6 low is 25 lumens. The version 5 is 29 lumens. 29 lumens, it says 59 hours, and the low on here is 45 hours. So they're handling it a little differently there. Interesting. So let's go ahead and give this a go here. Lights off, give you an idea of beam pattern. I think it's going to be similar because they both use smooth reflectors. So let's go ahead and turn these lights off. Okay. So there you go. Yeah, definitely both cool white. Bring them in together. In person, it looks like the V5 is more neutral. A little bit less cool white to it. The spot on the V6 is more defined. I do like that. It does look nicer. Spill wise, you get some ring action with the V5, and with the V6, it's pretty even. You don't get that ring on that spill. That's a nice even spill. Versus the V5, see, you get that kind of outer ring, and it's got some spill, and it's got spot, spill, ring. You get it. You can see that, right? And then here's the V6. Coming right in. Nice even light source. So they improved that reflector design. Nice. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to turn off the V5 here. We're done with that. Oops. Side switch. See? Gotta remember that. There we go. Off. Okay. So now we're going to aim at the ceiling with the V6 and go through the modes. So we're on low. Whoops, went to strobe. Okay, there's low, medium, high, turbo. Turbo lighting up everything. Really nice. Going to Firefly. There's your Firefly mode. Yeah, it projects pretty nice. I was surprised to get a picture in the garage at 15 feet. Pretty neat. This is perfect for our radio listening. And then we'll just go up here. Whoops, it's robing. Dang it. Okay. So tap it. Single click. Change modes. Can you hear me going through them all? Turbo. Right down to Firefly. Low, medium, high, and turbo. We'll go back down to Firefly. We'll grab our radio. Yeah, do some tuning. Do some final thoughts on this guy.
Would have had a shot, and maybe still has a shot at becoming a head coach once again, even with some of the stuff that's going on in terms of, you know, how things went in Miami. I think when you look at Tua's success without Brian Flores, and now what Tua is saying, it might be a little bit harder for Brian Flores to become a head coach once again. Like that.
So there you go. RFI generated by this flashlight is very minimal. It's only when you're right next to it on turbo. So you're not going to be doing that. You'll melt your radio. I don't think you want to melt the radio. So here it is. Okay, let's do final thoughts on the BSS version 6. All right, bringing it on down. All right, let's go ahead and turn this off. A little different operation. Tail, not the side switch. Got to remember that. And then, yeah, we'll put the... I think this is the one for this one. No, okay. So they're not interchangeable. Unless I'm just not singing on camera here. It's probably what it is. There we go. Might be interchangeable. Okay. So, what I like about this flashlight, low cost. Hey, $40, you can't beat it. If you need a flashlight like this, that's a great price for what it is. If you need some kind of defending mechanism, you got it. You can take it off too if you don't want it. You want to make it more comfortable to carry. I get the holster, which is pretty cool. You know, I like having that. Extra parts. This is always nice to have. Keep it in the box so you know where it's at. But yeah, holster, that's always a handy thing to have. What else do I like about it? Yeah, using the last mode. This is handy. Where now I have Momentary low. You can have Momentary Firefly. It's neat. You can just have a low light source without waking up the people in the tent that you're with, or you know you're outdoors, or you don't want to ruin your night vision. You can do low level lighting as you need it. That is very handy. So, and I believe you can change the modes while you're momentary. So I can go up to turbo while I'm momentary without clicking. And now I'm momentary turbo. That's nice. The only clicking you're hearing is a side switch. It's not as loud. So we're going to go back to low. So you could do it that way too, without ever engaging the tail switch fully. Cool. I mentioned I like the beam pattern. You saw the difference. Very nice. These step modes are usable. That's a handy thing to have as well. It's good for all situations, like I mentioned. It's like I said, versus the V5. This is definitely going to be for your tactical situation. If you're, like I said, a first responder, police officer, law enforcement, this is the one you want because you got that turbo all the time. You never have to forget. You got the high when you need it instantly. Here, if you forget, you're trying to light up your subject with Firefly, ain't going to be nice. So yeah, you definitely want the version 5, but everybody else is probably going to want the version 6. That's just my opinion on that. What I want on this, and the things I don't like about it, well, what I want in it is a tactical or outdoors group. That'd be nice. So I could have that tail as turbo all the time. And you just switch out from tactical to outdoors. This could be outdoor group as it sits right now because you can set the tail to whatever you want. Or you have a tactical group where you have your, just say the tail does turbo, and then your side switch does your, maybe like a medium turbo and strobe or something like that, or does a strobe, one-touch strobe or something like that. That'd be kind of nice. Then you have full tactical mode. So it's just something for those who want to have a full featured flashlight. I'd like to see that. Add a ramping mode, maybe. I don't know if it needs it. Probably not. But it's something I thought I'd had. More strobe options, like a beacon mode, an SOS, maybe. But a beacon would be nice. I find that a beacon mode in a flashlight is a very handy feature to have, especially to get somebody's attention. Increase these guardrails, make them a little thicker, like on the old version. That way you can tail stand the model if you want to. Right now you really can't. I don't know how often you would be tail standing this flashlight, but you might want to. So having those a little thicker would be nice. What else can I say about this flashlight? I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. So overall, for the price, on sale for $40, the V6 is a definite winner in my book all day long. Go grab yourself one in the pay link section, support the channel, and have an awesome flashlight. That's all I can say. The thing is awesome. That battery will work in a lot of your Texan radios, like your PL880 and PL990, your 501. So that actually will fit that. Protect the button top. Real nice. So you can interchange, which I like. I like when a battery can interchange with our radios. It's also a nice thing. So yeah, there is. So definitely a winner. A solid recommendation. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like if you did. If you like the ThruNite brand and want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below what you think about the new version 6 versus the version 5, the outgoing one. There's also the version 4. I don't know what that brought to the table, but I only got the version 5. Let me know. Is this something you would be looking into? Would you like the TN12? I don't know if they make that anymore, but that's also an option maybe out there for you still. Do you just want a simple setup like this, like the TC15 version 3, or it doesn't have a tail switch? You guys let me know. Alrighty. Well, thanks, and we'll see you in my next video.